During a referendum campaign, Brexiteers talked up an independent Britain's potential to forge lucrative new trade deals.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be here with Minister Nishimura of Japan and Minister O'Connor of New Zealand to mark the United Kingdom's notification for accession to the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership. We left the EU partly because we didn't want their regulatory standards imposed on the UK. So we're not just going to trade that for then having our regulatory standards imposed by the United States or indeed anybody else.
CPTPP, the UK in principle has to accept all its rules, existing rules. But it is difficult for the UK to take all of the Asia-Pacific style trade rules. Regulatory divergence from the EU's regulatory regime in order to meet CPTPP's rule may endanger public trust.
In terms of market access, at least, it's not clear to what extent the UK will make great benefit.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison and his British counterpart have this evening signed off on the broad terms of a free trade agreement.
Who are the winners from this agreement?
Acting PM Michael McCormack trumpeted the benefits.
A $36.7 billion arrangement about to get a whole lot bigger, about to get a whole lot larger. This FTA will have a significant benefit for Australia and particularly, especially, notably for Australian farmers.
Australia wanted this, but politically it's much more important for the credibility of a pro-Brexit British Prime Minister.
In purely economic terms, let's be perfectly honest, you can sign as many trade deals as you want with countries that are miles away from the United Kingdom. The positive economic impact of that will come when nowhere near compensating for the negative economic impact of Brexit for the simple reason of geography. Countries trade more with countries that are close to them. So the volume of our trade with the European Union is so much greater than the volume of our trade with, say, Australia, that you can sign as good a trade deal as is possible to have with Australia, and it would barely scratch the surface of the aggregate sort of economic figures for this country, because Australia is, without wanting to state the bleeding obvious, a long way away.